I'm gonna be honest, I went into Rhode expecting to be underwhelmed. Celebrity brand, beautiful packaging, great marketing, and then I read the formulas. Some of this genuinely surprised me. Not all of it, but enough that I think this conversation is worth having before you spend your money on the wrong products. Because listen, Rhode is not a cheap line at all. Peptide on a label is doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now in the beauty industry. So let me tell you what's actually in here. The Pineapple Refresh Cleanser. Rhode markets this as a pineapple enzyme exfoliating formula. So, of course, I pulled the ingredient list. The actual exfoliating ingredient is whole pineapple fruit extract, not isolated bromelain enzyme, which is what you actually want to see if exfoliation was really the goal. Whole fruit extract does contain some bromelain, but at a much lower and less predictable concentration. And this is the rinse-off formula. Contact time with your skin is maybe 60 seconds. The pineapple exfoliation story is mostly marketing. What this actually is a gentle, non-stripping cleanser. And honestly, that's fine. That's what a cleanser should be. And for melanin-rich skin, that matters. You don't want to start your routine by compromising your skin barrier, because a compromised skin barrier makes hyperpigmentation worse. Full stop. So gentle exfoliation is the right call for your first step. It also contains polyglutamic acid, which I love because it's 5 times more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. It's a wonderful humectant that holds moisture, and the formula overall is well constructed. One thing worth noting though is that sea Berkton oil is in here, which is high in oleic acid. It's usually found in rinse-off products, but if your skin is very reactive, just know that it's in there. Overall, this is a good daily, well-formulated cleanser. But at $32 for a cleanser, spend your budget somewhere else, honey. There's comparable options out there that exist at a fraction of the price. Ooh, the Glazing Milk is where I started to pay attention. This one has interesting science behind it. And it's a product for melanin-rich skin specifically. 4 forms of hyaluronic acid, sodium hyaluronate cross polymer, hydrolyzed sodium hyaluronate, and sodium acetylated hyaluronate. That's hydration at multiple skin depths, not just at the surface. This formula has a full ceramide complex, ceramide MP, AP, and EOP, beta-glucan for barrier support, copper and zinc gluconate for skin regulating benefits. This formula is pretty packed. For melanin-rich skin specifically, ceramides matter more than most people realize. When our skin barrier is healthy, our melanocyte cells behave much better. Hyperpigmentation is significantly worsened by barrier disruption. A product that genuinely repairs the barrier is doing work underneath the surface that you might not see immediately, but you will absolutely feel it over time. Now, oleic acid, linoleic acid, linolenic acid are all listed here as standalone ingredients. That's intentional. For acne-prone skin, those fatty acids at higher concentrations can be comedogenic. So if you know reactive oils like me on your face, patch test this one, because this would definitely freak me out. This is actually the most functional formula in the Rhode lineup to me. For our skin's actual needs, the multi-depth hyaluronic acid and full ceramide complex are doing real work. For melanin-rich skin focused on skin barrier health and long-term hyperpigmentation prevention, this one genuinely earns its place. And I know barrier health sounds boring compared to glazed skin and peptide serum, but I need you to understand that every dark mark you're trying to fade heals faster when your barrier is functioning properly. I'll say it again. Every dark mark you're trying to fade heals faster when your barrier is functioning properly. This is the unglamorous work that actually moves the needle. Ooh, the Peptide Glazing Fluid. This is the hero. This is the product that made Rhode famous. And I need to be honest with you about what's actually in it. The Peptide Glazing Fluid contains one peptide, acetyl hexapeptide 8. It's listed well down the ingredient list though, meaning it's not at a high concentration. The hero ingredient in a product that's called Peptide Glazing Fluid is low on the ingredient list. Make that make sense. What is doing the heavy lifting is glycerin and butylene glycol, marula oil for emollient hydration, niacinamide for brightening and barrier support, sodium hyaluronate for plumping. Now, niacinamide for us specifically is a win. Solid research for fading hyperpigmentation and post-acne dark marks. But the estimated concentration here based on the list position is around 2 to 3%, which is on the lower end for meaningful dark spot work. And if you watch this video here, I shared more about that, but you want about 45% for significant pigmentation fading. It's contributing, not leading. It's also worth it to know that glycerol oleate is in this formula. It's another potentially comedogenic ingredient for acne-prone skin, and benzoyl alcohol is listed, which functions as both a preservative and a fragrance. If you're fragrance sensitive, that's something to keep in mind. But baby, the glazed finish is real. The glow is real, but it's coming from the marula oil and the formulation texture, not the peptide. It's so crazy how marketing continues to lead this industry, because you see that you're like, oh, the peptide is gonna snatch my face. So calling it a peptide fluid and centering that as the hero ingredient here is just, the marketing wins again. And unfortunately, with how low it is on the list, it just ain't doing any of that. Honestly, it really is a beautiful hydrating serum, but it really is for the finish in the niacinamide, not the peptide claim, because the peptide isn't doing what it suggests. And I'm just not gonna sugarcoat that. That's just the real honest truth. The Barrier Restore Cream is where Rhode actually put their most serious formulation effort and invested in real formulation. But it's also the one where I have the most to say for acne-prone skin and melanin-rich skin. There's 4 peptides: acetyl tetrapeptide 2, palmitoyl heptapeptide 27, palmitoyl oligopeptide 78, palmitoyl osetpeptide 24, palmitoyl peptides. Palmitoyl peptides specifically have better research for collagen support and skin firmness. This peptide investment is more meaningful than the glazing fluid. Solid barrier work happening here to flag for acne-prone melanin-rich skin. First, shea butter is the 4th ingredient in this formula. Why do they keep doing this? Not a trace amount, not low on the list, the 4th ingredient. That's a primary ingredient. And shea butter is high in oleic and stearic fatty acids, which are known to be comedogenic for breakout-prone skin. For those of us who are breakouts equals a mark that lingers for months, abort, abort, abort. Second, and this one surprised me, lactic acid / glycolic acid copolymer is in this moisturizer. That's an exfoliating acid in your last step. If you're already using BHA or AHA in your routine and you layer this on top, you may be stacking exfoliants without realizing it. For melanin-rich skin that can trigger pie, just something to be aware of. The peptide complex is real and working. For normal, dry melanin-rich skin focused on anti-aging and firmness, this is Rhode's best formula. For acne-prone skin, the shea butter position and the hidden exfoliant make this a careful patch test situation before you fully commit. So, for most to list, worth it for melanin skin. 1. Glazing Milk. 4 forms of multi-death hyaluronic acid, full ceramide complex, most functional for our skin's actual needs. 2. Barrier Restore Cream, real peptide complex, solid barrier ingredients. Proceed with caution if you're acne prone. 3. Peptide Glazing Fluid, beautiful formula, gorgeous finish. Buy it knowing that you're paying for the glow and the niacinamide, not the peptide. 4. Pineapple Refresh Cleanser. Gentle and fine, the exfoliation claim is mostly marketing, but $32 for a cleanser is a hard no for me. So is Rhode worth it for dark skin? Some of it, genuinely yes, but it's not a hyperpigmentation line. If fading dark spots is your primary goal, this is not where you put your money. Just don't do it. And speaking of, if fading dark spots is your actual goal, I ranked every ingredient that has real science behind it for hyperpigmentation. This video will change how you shop, so I'll see you here.